all of that to say, when they received 3 911 calls back to back within 2 minutes and heard a reporting of a stabbing incident, the authorities were shocked. They knew that it was going to be something bad. Luckily, the first responders were at Butler Mansion within just minutes of the last 911 call, and they arrived at the scene at approximately 1:26 a.m. And when I describe the scene, I have to be honest with you, it does sound like something out of a slasher movie. Truly it does. Because the outside of the house, it looked completely normal. It looked very, unassuming, aside from the person who was outside lying on the front lawn and not moving. And that person was 23-year-old Joshua Hunter. And Joshua had been stabbed a total of 6 times. He was immediately transported to the local hospital, but by 2:17 a.m., he was pronounced dead. Then, when the authorities went inside the home, they found what was even more devastating. Inside the home, they found 21-year-old Zachariah Rothwell, 22-year-old Jordan Sigura, and 27-year-old Lawrence Hong. All of them were unfortunately already deceased. They had each been stabbed, some multiple times. Zachariah had been stabbed 7 times. Jordan was stabbed once, and Lawrence was stabbed 4 times. And all 3 of these bodies, it's not like they were clustered together and it had happened in one isolated location. They were spread out. Zachariah was found in the kitchen. Jordan and Lawrence were found in the living room area, and Lawrence had been found on the couch while Jordan was found near one of the couches. But it looked like a scene from a Scream movie or some sort of horror movie of one dead college student on the lawn. You have 3 more in the house spread out. Like, what is going on here? And that wasn't even the only tragedy that was waiting for authorities inside this home. Inside the dining room was 23-year-old Caitlyn Perez. Caitlyn had been stabbed 4 times. Now, when the authorities arrived, she did still have a pulse, so like Joshua, she was transported to the local hospital. However, by 3 a.m. that night, she too, unfortunately, was pronounced dead. So that is a total of 5 victims, 5 incredibly young people who lost their lives that night. And in arguably one of the most horrific ways, which personally, I think that stabbing deaths are something that a lot of people really fear. I know myself, I am terrified of that. I feel like I'd way rather personally be shot than be stabbed. I'd rather die in my sleep, but you know what I mean. But I think especially after hearing about the Idaho 4 murders, I think everybody is just terrified of that. It's such a horrific and brutal and I don't want to say hands-on, but kind of like hands-on personal way to be killed. Because stabbings always involve somebody who is attacking their victim at an incredibly close range, just over and over again. It's very, very personal in a sense. And sometimes they're not as quick as we imagine them to be. And it really does send chills down my spine.
The scene was horrific. It's extremely difficult to go into a scene like that with young people who've been killed, who've been murdered,